Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Celestial Farm Girl here, and we are here today to talk about our Capricorn full moon. And wow, is there a lot to talk about. Capricorn, the goat, is an earth sign, so it would be a feminine, right? Air and fire is a masculine sign. So I got to sitting around thinking, they got Capricorn mentioned as the devil. Isn't that funny? And it's a divine feminine sign. So I got to thinking a little bit and doing some reading. Capricorn is the crone. She's the full, mature woman of the earth signs. So that would mean Taurus is the maiden, Virgo is the mother, Capricorn is the grandmother, or the crone, especially if she's independent, self-sufficient, and does her own thing and is her own boss. And this is to give a lot of us the energy that we need to step up to the plate and begin clearing, a lot of old energies that are of the past out. What are these old energies? The old energies of, the where the divine feminine has been held back, held down, or misunderstood. Whereas I can just see right now, Capricorn holding everyone accountable for their actions. And of course, a lot of people would think that that would be mighty devilish, especially men who have over the years and years and years, look, I love me a good man, a good, honest, truthful man. But let's be honest, a lot of women have not run into that good, honest, truthful man. He's like a unicorn, right? He's like, and if you have, please show your man some support and holler out and say, my man ain't like that he treats you as an equal, that he respects and honors your position here on this planet, right? As a woman. I got Capricorn full moon crystal balls playing. We got a lot to talk about. I just want you to know that I love you guys, and this is a big breakthrough. Not only do we have the full moon, but the sun threw off solar flares. They're right now mixing in with everything, and we have solar winds. It's a magnetic storm. Many energies are coming in right now. A lot of people might be exhausted. I am. I'm like, wow, it's the truth. It's kind of, we're calibrating. We're arranging these energies and putting them in the place that they need to be. But this tells me the old goat has climbed the mountain. And that you got to admit, the goat up on top of that mountain has a way higher perspective, than others have. I don't know who invented the cards, but, why would the devil be put into the deck anyway? So let's just say if Capricorn is the devil, it's a she. And, because the earth is a feminine sign. If it was a fire sign or an air sign, I'd say it'd be he. But because earth and water are feminine, I'm going to say that the devil now is a she. So not only do we have this, but guess what else? Biden has stepped to the side and offered the presidency to Kamala Harris. This happened just about an hour ago. Again, it goes through my mind. Capricorn, full moon, big changes, right? The planet of Uranus, the collective, reaching out. I did a reading yesterday on the politics, and it said that the Democratic side was going to move towards the Green Party. And the Green Party was going to take a lot of swords. And I thought to myself, wouldn't that be something if the Green Party and the Democrats joined up into one new party? I mean, anything is possible at this time. We could think big. Okay, so we've got these planetary energies, more big awakenings coming, breaking boundaries in our mind, being able to think on a bigger level, larger forces, right? And working on our soul, of course, rebel energies, action and activity, inventive genius. Be open to information and ideas never thought of. Be willing to think about them and allow them to enter in. I see my baby. Yeah, the other little guy's somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but that's Aura. One of the ladies that watched the channel sent the name in, and I'm so grateful. I love it. I love Ra, the eyes of Ra, the eyes of God watching over everything. And so I call her Aura. Aura. Are you Aura? Yes. Yes. Oh my God, they're so adorable. So we got a lot of stuff going on, right? We've got Mercury square Uranus. And this was telling me that a lot of people have a lot of things to say. But because of this square, it might be a little bit difficult. So Holy Spirit says work on your throat chakra, because now is an important time for women to stand up and speak out and find their inner power. We are going to push through this. We are looking at the new world, and the new world has to be equally run by women as men. I have nothing against good men. Nothing. I have nothing against a good father that stays at home, that takes care of his children, that cherishes his wife, that cherishes his family. I am all for that man. I will stand behind him 100%. But I am not for a weak-ass man that can't keep his penis in his pants, his mind on his family, and, explores territories that he shouldn't even be thinking about because he's made a commitment or signed a contract with someone else. These men will not be tolerated anymore by any good women. The good women are beginning to see the truth that is out there. That either we have really spoiled our boys in a way that made them uncaring towards their mothers, their daughters, their sisters, their wives. We have a lot of abandoned families. And you know what? If Capricorn comes out and throws the karma down on these men and starts busting their ass, I think that's godlike. Very godlike. And what God say? I'm good and I'm evil. What does that mean? It means that lessons are to be learned of how to treat people and how to do the right thing for the right reasons. And why is that? Because we're living creatures, and we have energies that permeate through the earth and the universe. Our energies mix in with the universal energies, and the universe is much happier when we're happier. And how can we be happy when we've been lied to, cheated, betrayed, deceived? You know, it's not easy coming through that, coming out the other side and feeling like, a wonderful human being. It tries to take away your self-worth. It wants to make you feel small. But we can't let that happen, because those who do this to us are the small ones. They're very small. They're small-minded. They have no concept of feelings or how, what it does to the family, to the wife, to the children. Nor do they care, because they're thinking with the wrong head. Yeah, they're living out of their lower chakras, the root chakra. Survival and sex, finding that, nubile young woman. A lot of them don't stay around for the woman or the women to age out into where we're at now, a lot of us as CRONE status. And you know what I say? Fine. So let's all just start bringing out the truth about how this affects the world and our lives. The wonderful thing about Kamala Harris is I am sure that she is going to bring to attention a lot of the suffering that women go through quietly. We're quiet sufferers. We don't want to stress the children. We don't want to stress the dog. In fact, we got so much on our hands and heads and hearts that have to be done that we can't stress, because it could throw us off of our momentum of trying to take care of what's left of the family, right? So we have to put all of our emotions to the side, all of our troubles to the side, while we work on making sure the rest of the family is okay. This ain't okay. This isn't okay. And it's time that those who have families and have left them hanging and dry take accountability for that. I'm all for good lessons. I myself have went through lessons. It was my lessons that God put upon my head when he beat my ass, or my mother, CRONE, Capricorn, beat my ass, where many of us would call for the devil. I thanked her. I thanked her for creating in me what I would have deemed impossible 30 years ago, when I was weak and crying and stressed and didn't think I'd ever be able to do anything right. So I think the strength of Capricorn as I climbed that mountain, even though I'm a Virgo, but I have Capricorn tendencies in me, and looking towards my future to be at the top of that mountain. What did the top of the mountain mean to me? It meant that I had my self-worth. It meant that I loved myself still. It meant that I could still laugh and enjoy my life. It meant that I could release the past, let it go, and not worry about it anymore. What's in the past is in the past. Why? Because I went through and worked it out. I've been working on the past for 3 years. I worked out everything. Felt all those emotions. I actually don't even have any more emotions towards anything in my past. I don't care. I'm at a place where I am clean and clear of any of my past emotions, and I am steadily climbing the mountain. Upward, 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 so the old goat goes. And you know what? To be called an old goat is an honor, right? It's an honor. How dare they say Capricorn is the devil? I think every astrological sign can be very devilish indeed. And I think we all got a little devil in us, right? Oh, I know I got a little devil in me. Although I work really hard on putting a rein on my dark side. We all have dark and light. As much as we are light is how much we are dark. So if you're extremely light, extremely understanding of the spiritual world, you're going to have a lot of extremely dark and understanding of the dark world. That's just the way it is. They go hand in hand. That's Libra, balance. And you want to keep in balance. In other words, you don't want to pull too much from the dark side as they get real heavy. You don't want to go down with the light, because you'd be getting in trouble. So it's all about, the dark side is to protect yourself. Your light side is to love everybody. It's just as simple as that. Not everybody will always love you. Therefore, you will have your dark side to protect you. It's just as simple as that. Okay, so we're going to do a reading on Capricorn. I just wanted to do and give Capricorn's honor. I love y'all. The full moon in Capricorn. Let me tell you something. I love me an old goat. I love watching goats play, jump. I mean, have you ever seen them? They're very crafty and they're funny. They have senses of humor. Yeah. So we should all celebrate the old goat in us. That goat that's willing to climb the mountain, no matter how rough it gets. Even if we have to stop and study the mountain in order to see the next footing where we're going to put our step. And even if it takes us a minute, or if we have to go down a little bit and cross over and hit the trail again and move on up. Capricorn is capable of doing all these things. Capricorn is a badass, right? Let me see if I have anything else here. Okay, so on the day of Capricorn full moon, in celebration of the Queen Mother Queen, right? The mother of us all, the grandmothers, our daughters, our sisters. I just wanted to say that, being an old goat might be rough on some people, but it'll make your life better. I have a lot of people that think I'm very devilish, and if they get on the wrong side of me, they're very right. They're very right. Yeah, I don't put up with bullshit. God never told me to come down here and be a victim. I'm not a friggin' victim, and I never will be. Never. And I think we should all think like that. We are not victims, and we never will be. Okay, we're going to roll the dice, guys, in honor of the Capricorn full moon. Hey, you know what? I thought I'd start trying to do a few more things. Let's see if we can't get some music playing here. Ooh, Dusty. Hey, Yara, what you doing? You me down? You wondering what's going on? Okay, Mommy show you. Let's see what's going on. Cleansing our chakras, opening space for the power of the Holy Spirit to come through, cleansing our mind, our heart, our waters, cleansing the fire within us, earth, wind, fire, and water, the living elements that we carry within, right? Each and every one of us. Oh, did you see the big jump? She's a jumper. I have to watch her. Her's a jumper. Tell everybody hi, Aura. Look at that cute little face. Oh my God. Oh, I love the baby so much. Go play, baby. Okay. We made some space, got our mind in the right place. We're going to see what the mother of mothers has to say to us, right? The old crone, the old devil, as they called her. Yes, I'm sure she could be devilish. Because, a strong woman standing in her power is a force of nature. She can be still. She can be a storm. She can be a bucket of warm love poured from your head to your toes. A good woman can take on the shape and force of anything in nature, though. She can be that. She can be a storm. She can be a volcano. She can be whatever she needs to be in order to clear the air at the moment. And not be ashamed either. I'm never ashamed of when I use my volcano, or if I turn into a storm, or if I'm a ray of sunshine, or if I'm a windy day. Aquarius. The moon moved into Aquarius at the very time this morning at 3:18, okay? It was very odd, 11, higher vibrations. I got 11 several times on my math work, according to the planets in Jupiter expansion. Aquarius is that Uranus thinking out of the box, busting things open, taking them apart, putting them back together again in a way nobody ever knew they could work. It's using our minds in new and inventive ways. People with new ideas, new understandings, opening the door to the new earth, the fifth dimension coming in, and there ain't nothing nobody can do about it because it's in the air. If it's in the air, it's in us. We're breathing it in. There ain't breath is life. I went through the whole thing, the breath of life. Yeah, if it's in the air, we're going to be breathing it in. You know, and another funny thing about the planets are lined up to where Earth is first. Of course, Earth would have to be first. That's a foundation. Second was air. Yeah, you got to have the breath of life to have life, right? So, and then, okay, so it was a full moon in Capricorn. We got Earth. The moon moves into Aquarius. We got air. The moon trines Mars. We got fire. And the moon trines conjunct Pluto. We got water. All in a row. And then after that, we get air and water, which is masculine and feminine. We're having a big cleanup. The air and the water come from Mercury is square Uranus. A lot of conversations are going on with Mercury. We got communication, analyzing, working outside the box. We got the Sun trine Neptune, fire and water, and we have Aries trine Pluto, fire and water. So we have got a lot of energy going on, and yeah, it's going to be quite amazing. I'm sorry, guys, I got dry in my nose, so you know, have mercy, forgive me. I love you guys. I'm a hillbilly, remember? Okay. Let's put these away. I love you guys. This is a wonderful time for the Divine Feminine, especially the mature Divine Feminines, to feel pride, to feel proud of who you are. Not pride about what you can do, but pride about who you are as a human being. You know, that's where real pride comes from. Who are you? Who are you? You're the blue star, the original blueprints. You guys are the original blueprints, Capricorns. Even though this isn't a Capricorn reading, it is, okay? It is. It's a Capricorn reading for the full moon. But look at this. The blueprints, the blue stars. That's Spica, and it's in Virgo. Yeah, another earth sign. We have here, I'm not sure what this little pink flower is, but it always reminds me of someone standing. Like the cookie, what's the cookies? Gingerbread man. Yeah, but it's not. It's a flower. Hearts. Love is coming. A lot of love. A lot of love. And respect. You know, we'll be getting the respect we deserve, peoples. Women have had a lot of lack of respect. And I'm kind of pissed off about it. And it's in the clouds. There ain't nothing they can do about it. This is, to me, this reminds me of the collective consciousness. Sheep, the sheep, I don't know what to say about the sheep, you know, but they'll get it out of the clouds. It's coming through the air, it's coming through the earth, it's coming through the electromagnetic fields. We're changing, and we're changing quick, and those who didn't expect the change are probably like under a lot of pressure right now. But those of us who knew the change was coming in, we're celebrating. We're the forerunners. We're already in. You know, we're well into the race towards the finish line. And you know, let's see what Spirit has to say to us about this great new world that's going to be coming in. What's in store for this new Capricorn full moon, and for all of us, basically, you know, who love our Capricorns. And you know, my mom was a Capricorn, and we all have Capricorn in our chart. Every one of us is a Capricorn. Yeah, every one of us is Capricorn. We have the traits and tendencies. In all actuality, if you study astrology, every one of the aspects, whether good aspect or a bad aspect, is a part of who we are as a whole person. If you go through the astrological charts and work on all the aspects that are in each chart, at the end, when you complete the circle, you become a whole wheel. You become the wheel, right? You've cleaned your act up. You've become truthful and honest. You're a powerhouse. You work hard for what you got. And you want to move forward into the future. You don't want to hurt nobody, and even more, you know that what's good for you is good for all. And as you move forward in life, God will bless you. The universe, whatever you believe in, the angels, the good, it will bless you. It will bless you. And it isn't hard. It's so simple. A child can understand how to work with God. A child. It's intuitive. It's childlike. A child has the intuition to do what they need to do, and that is us too. We just become childlike, and we want to follow our intuition. We want to hold on to our innocence. Our innocence is that part of us that loves the adventure of finding God. Why do you want God? If you want God to get money, it ain't going to work. You're going to find that other God, devil. God is good and evil. If you're going to be an evil, then God's going to be evil right back at you and give you evil. For what you're looking for, God will make sure you find it. Whatever it is you're looking for, you'll find it. It don't matter. It don't mean that it'll always be a reward. I guess it just depends upon what you're looking for. If what you're looking for is helping others or helping yourself and helping others, wow, will God ever bless that? But if you're looking for trouble to hurt others, God will work with you on that too, but it will come back on you, and you will find that you're the one that got hurt. God's not going to allow His people to be pushed around. That's not God. And truth be told, God don't take no bullshit. Why should God? God is not a passive, you can just treat me like shit kind God. God is like, you better get your shit together if you're working with me. Because I don't take no pussies. I don't take no wimps. I don't take no victims. I take warriors. It's an army. It's a battle. It's a spiritual war. I don't take babies. I take full-grown, mature people who are grown up and they got their mind and they know what they're doing. And they love their job because their job is about helping others. Their job is about getting to know themselves all the way down to the core, and when they know themselves, they know God. You get to your humanity, and there is where you find God. But you also got to know that you got to protect yourself as well. You're not here to be messed with. You're not here to be bumped around. And this is a heart-to-heart we're having. 10 of water. This is truth. We're at the end of situations. We are feeling our emotions, and they are becoming more happier and happier by the day. We have water, divine feminine, right? And she is at the end of a process and the beginning of something new. We got 1 and 0. 10. 0 is the end and 1 is the beginning, right? It's 1, 0, and then 0, 1. So that would be the reflection of it, because this is water, and water is all about reflecting. Heart to heart, stream of compassion. Yes, when we have compassion on ourselves, we have compassion on others. If we are hateful towards ourselves, we will be hateful towards others. It's the way it goes. The kinder and more gentler we are with ourselves, we can't buff ourselves up and say, oh, you're so great, you're da, 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 da. No. What you need to do is first address the injuries. address the Bobos. You need to go through your darkness and heal that which is broken. And that's what this is all about. This is being healed. This is working with the waters, your emotions, and clearing them out. Not just in your family, not just with you, but in the family as well. Healing yourself and healing others. Yeah, this is about healing yourself and healing others. This is also about divine feminine healing. Look at that. Divine feminines healing around the world from the abuse we have suffered. And we won't hide the abuse. No, the rapes, the murders, all these things that have come through, that have been on this planet for thousands of years. No, we won't hide it. We will speak out and bring it back to memory of all the mothers and daughters and baby girls and baby boys and young men who have died at the hands of ruthlessness. Healing, a lot of healing is being done upon the planet right now. All of us pray over the spirits that were abandoned, that had no loved ones, that, you know, and they're still here. They don't go anywhere. There's nowhere to go. This is the place. Earth is where all life reigns. And listen, spirits are alive. They're a form of life. Particles, these kind of things in the quantum fields that they're seeing that they don't understand. That's the spirit world. Yeah, the spirit world. It's in the quantum field. You can find anything in there. And then all spiritual work is done through the quantum fields if you want any power in it. Lunar Mystery, 8 of Water. I got my puppy. Come here. Okay. Get up there. You want up here too? Well, come here. That was Daffy. This is Daisy. You guys here say hello? These are my baby girls. Mommy's girls. Yes, I love you. Okay. Let Mommy do her show. And, like, they're my family. There's no doubt about it. They're my children. I love them. I love playing house. I love being a mother. I love being a wife. I love these things, you know. And that's why, and I think a lot of other women love these things too. And that's why I'm glad judgment is coming. Change is coming. Because, you know, where was our future going? Really, think about it. Think about it. How many women are left on their own? You know, another thing I want to say is a woman can have one child a year. A man can have as many children as he can have sex with a woman in a day. If he can have sex once a day and every day he can have one children, every day he can impregnate a woman. If a man can have sex 5 times a day, he can impregnate 5 different women in a day. And don't leave a lot of room for taking care of your responsibilities. And what to do with these children that these men are bringing into the world with women that don't know how to tell a man no? What to do with them? I don't know why we've gotten onto this, but this is where we are. Yeah, walking away. They will be walking away from that kind of behavior because the moon is shining down. And Capricorn, the old CRONE, isn't going to put up with this kind of behavior, especially since it leaves so many children without and stranded, without any direction. Mothers and fathers are so important in children's life, and keeping a solid foundation under their feet so that they can progress in the future with a solid foundation. The players' days have come to an end. And I'm pretty sure of that. The earth has so many children right now that don't have parents. She don't know what to do with them. Nor are there a lot of people willing to take in strays. Not very many people, you know, are willing to do that. So we got a lot left out there. But we got this. Sisterhood is powerful. The women are standing up. We're going to stand, and we're going to stand strong. We're going to have our first female president. Do you know we only been voting for like 80 years? That we didn't get to vote till after black men, the women. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. You know, I mean, we've been called witches, burned at the stakes, excommunicated out of any religious practices, you know. And they called our great mother, the old goat, a devil. Yeah, they better be scared. They better be scared. That church will never get a connection with the earth like a mother can. No, the church needs to be scared. For they have put things out that aren't true. And our mother never was a devil. They might have thought that because they had to deal with her. Men don't like dealing with women, do they? They'd rather run or say you're silly or you don't know what you're talking about. Or please, please calm down. Yeah. While they go about doing things that are sneaky and sly. We're out front. We show our anger in the front. Their anger comes out on the side, sneaky and sly. Cheating, betraying. And if any of you guys have been through this, I want you to know I love you. And I'm so sorry that we have had to endure a species of masculines that had no idea how to treat a woman. Here we've been for thousands of years having a heart, and they're just cold-blooded snakes. A lot of them are cold-blooded snakes. There are good men out there. Let me know. Holler out. If you got a good man, make sure you let me know, because I'm very honored and to know of good men. I come from hillbilly country. I wasn't exposed to a whole lot of good men. I was exposed to low-level, low-educated, dogs off a chain, I guess you could say. Sniffing the air. You know what I mean. But the end of that is coming. We're going to stand and we're going to break this. Our poor sons who've had to live by the examples of the men who have shown them the way. How sad for our sons. How sad for all of us. Hello, little guy. Speaking of men, here's one of them. This is my little Wong chicken. W-N-G as in Oriental Asian, which means great emperor. Yes. And I called him chicken because I told everybody I was going to give you some chickens this spring. And my son started calling him chicken. So I was like, okay, that's right. I said I was going to get a chicken. There it is. Alrighty then. Let's do this. So he is Wong Chicken. He's a very special addition to the household. And, you know, dogs will be dogs, right? We excuse them for their behavior because that's the way they're supposed to be. But men ain't supposed to do that. They have a mind, they have a heart, they have a soul. Men are supposed to stick by their wives, their children, their families. What happens to men as they grow old and they cheat? Well, they end up splitting up. Ultimately, in the end, these men end up living and dying alone, right? Because they begin to be seen as, you know, for what they are. And I have seen a lot of these men as I was walking from Utah to here. All of them getting drunk in the woods, you know, they don't want to straighten up and do the right thing. They end up homeless, and that's where they end up dying. They die alone in the woods. Should I feel sad about that? We're not going to feel sad about men who cannot do the right thing for the right reasons. It's time that we stood up and let them know that, give me liberty or give me death. Do the right thing or take your consequences. Because children are more important than a piece of ass. I'm going to have to put 18 on this. I love you guys. And I am speaking for the grandmother, for the mother, for the crone. She don't hold back. This is our older mother. This is the ancient mother. This is the mother that used to run the clans. This is the mother that made sure everything was kept in order so that the children would have something to look up to and be proud of. The mothers, the sisterhoods, watched over hearth and home, watched over the children, the animals, made sure good examples were about and around. And if there was a bad example, then they made an example out of them, which would keep other people from giving a bad example. Because accountability, to take accountability for what you do, only makes you stronger. It don't hurt you. It don't break you. My children all had to take accountability for their actions and then explain to me why they did what they did in the end. This is a good mother that don't let her children squeak by. Hold them accountable, especially your boys. Especially the boys. Because the boys have a bigger job when they get older. They have more urges to spread their wild oats. And they need to be taught about dignity and respect of a woman. Boys have been thought, oh, the boy is okay. He's just a boy. He's a boy. He's a boy. Well, that bullshit has gotten a lot of women and mothers in situations that boys shouldn't be in. Yeah, they might be just boys. They might be just boys. But they're boys that grow up that hurt women and children. So no longer can we say, oh, he's a boy. Now we got to say, hey, boy, it's time to take accountability for your actions. Because it's up to us mothers to raise our boys to be the husbands of the future. Now, if you got a good man that's setting an example for your boy, I'm so proud of you, so happy for you. Oh my God, you have no idea what a blessing you have in your life. Share it, share it, share it with others. Share it. I don't know, 50% of households are split apart. I don't know what the rate is, but there's a lot of children that don't have fathers and mothers, or don't have mothers and fathers. Sometimes the mother leaves. Natural balance. We want to bring balance back into life. And as long as, we're not wild animals that we breed and let the woman give birth and take care of the children and raise them in the wild by herself and alone. We were meant to have partners in life, mothers and fathers, or a helpmate to raise our families, like seahorses and swans and wolves. We were the higher-minded class of creatures made on this earth, as leaders and examples and as caretakers of this planet. And we have failed miserably. Why? Well, women got set back to take care of the household, and the men is going to take care of the world. What they forgot is that the world and the household are one and the same. That the nature, the world, and the household is all one and the same. As they go out in the world to take over the world, their conquests, what are they conquering? What are they bringing home to the family? How are they, treating the family? Are they being honorable and taking their energy and putting it into the wife and children and building the family up into a legacy, something that will be talked about as time goes on, set an example for the rest of the family on down the line? Or are they out, gallivanting around chasing young skirts and wasting their time and energy on things that don't bring no bonus or benefits into the family? These men need to be kicked to the side. These men need to be kicked to the side. And those who have literally went into marriage contracts and broken them, these men need to pay. They broke a contract. They broke a vow. They broke a word. They broke the truth. And I say, and you can join with me, but it's time karma was brought upon these men who couldn't keep their eye on the ball, who couldn't make a choice and work through it because they were bored or it was too much work or there was a prettier skirt on down the road. These men need to be held accountable for their shallow actions. I'm going to take a drink of water. They need to be held accountable. They need judgment. And I think the day of judgment has come to hand. We got a new woman president stepping up. We got women that are stepping up around the world to not tolerate these childish, immature, irresponsible behaviors of the men who are abandoning their families. Men are even doing worse. Yes, we got some wild women out there, but 99% of pedophiles are men. 99% of cheaters are men. What's the matter, baby girl? You want to come and see your mommy? Come on, put yourself in my hands. That's it, jump in my hands. Oh my God. Oh my God. Have you ever seen such a face? Have you ever seen such a face? Look at that. Here, look, Aura. Look, Aura. Aura. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. She's a poodle. She's a Chewini poo. I love you. Oh, my babies. Oh, my God. One of my babies peed on my bed. See, I told you I'm changing the bed like every other day, sometimes twice a day. Oh, my God. But I love it. I wouldn't change it for nothing. Okay, where were we? Yes, we are at Judgment Day. Judgment Day. Why do I look so happy? Because I have failed miserably. I admit, I failed miserably in every marriage I ever had. I done got my judgment. I called judgment on myself like 10 years ago, right? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Help me to figure it out. That's when I lost everything, got thrown on the road, homeless, and went into God's boot camp. What was I doing wrong? I was naive. I saw things, but I didn't want to believe it. Naive, trying to avoid being hurt. Right? That's what we do. We try to avoid it. But we don't want to do that anymore, ladies. Because it gives them and makes excuses for them. We want to step up to the plate and hold our men accountable for the children's sake. For the children's sake. Hey, come here, don't you jump. Don't you jump. Come here, baby. For the children's sake. Come on. Come on, Mommy, help you down. Alright, I guess you don't want down. Yeah, we need to hold the men accountable. The gift of life. There she is. The water crone sage. The crone. The mother of emotions. Fully understanding and in control of your emotions. Knowing what you want and why you want it. What I want this judgment is not for vindictive reasons. It is to bring a better future to our children. These men I could care less about, other than the fact that they're spreading the seeds of deceit, of deception, adultery, messing with younger girls. They spread this nastiness throughout the families and the world. The sons see it, they know what's going on. The daughters see it, they know what's going on. But a lot of times the mothers are very naive and don't want to know what's going on. Come on, honey, let mommy finish. I love you. A lot of times the women don't want to see. Even when I saw it, I didn't want to believe it. It hurts. It hurts to know that somebody you thought that loved you really didn't. And listen, if they really loved you, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. You know, the honor of a contract is this. And I even stated this in the beginning. If you decide you don't want me in your life anymore, have enough respect for me to tell me that I'm not that one for you, that we can both part with respect and honor for each other. Don't go behind my back and, you know, mess around with my friends, my sister, you know, and all these things. Don't do that to me. And I think that this is a matter of just respect, right? Just having respect and dignity for a human who thinks you love them. Right? Right. Okay. Well, we got the crone there. Let's see if she shows up in her earthly matter as well. This is about emotions. This is about understanding your emotions and how you feel. You know, she's looking at life like she sees and she knows and she has felt. All the emotions are processed. And I have processed my emotions. I completely know how I feel. I decided not to let any of those, I don't know what to call the people that I married. I ain't going to call them men. I'm going to call them feelings, NPCs. They weren't really men because they didn't stand on their honor or truth or their word. Vampires. Immature, petty, I don't know what to call those men that, you know, never could be happy with just one woman. I don't know what to say. I know that I was good enough and I would have treated my man good all the way to the end. Would I have held him accountable for his actions? Yeah. No woman should let her man do whatever he wants. There should always be a discussion about what's going on and a collaboration between two people who have a partnership. It should never be just he decides and goes about his business. It's always to be a collaboration. Seven of Water. The Moon Circle Sisters. Revealing the hidden things. Showing the truth about everything. And the mothers and the women standing up and how do I say this? The Moon Circle Sisters revealing hidden things, comforting each other, loving each other, being support for one another. This world has a lot of cleaning. I mean, we women should see ourselves as the mothers of this planet, each one of us as Mother Earth, and begin to clean up the corruption. And how do we do that? We do that by speaking out. We do that by not tolerating shit that shouldn't be done. We don't turn our head and ignore things. We stand up and we speak out. Because our grandchildren and the youth of this world, all they have at this point is us, who have matured to a place where we really see what's going on. Correcting our young men, holding them as accountable as we do our young daughters, and correcting our daughters as well, to give them the best life, showing them how to understand their emotions and their feelings, talking to them, hugging them, loving them, and also disciplining them. disciplining them. They need to be corrected when they're not doing the right thing. And what is the right thing? Well, what's right for me should be right for you. So the right thing is when you do something that, you don't have to do something for yourself that benefits everybody, but as long as what you do for yourself and others don't hurt nobody. That's what we tell our children: harm none. Don't harm people. Don't break their hearts. Don't hurt little girls. Don't hurt little boys. And that love is an emotion, so that our women do not grow up, our little daughters growing up thinking that there's going to be a Prince Charming. Make sure if you don't have a Prince Charming throughout your life, you let her know that it'll be hard to find that Prince Charming, and she could go through a lot of pain before she gets there. Yeah, love is not an easy road. Relationships are not easy. And when you get as old as we are at this point and we look back, we see how immature our boys, our men, many of us took on brats as husbands. Little imps. I made really bad choices. My mother made really bad choices. The women in my family have always been married to drunks, alcoholics, and addicts as far back as I can remember, to my great-grandmother. And I'm proud to say I've broken it. I've been single for 3 years. And I have no desire to pull or go looking for a man. Now, God has told me that He's going to bring me a man, but that I need to wait until the right one is chosen, that'll work for me, that'll last until the day I die. And I'm excited, but I'm not in no hurry. I still have a lot of work to do on me. Accepting myself as I am. I'm not the nicest person in the world, especially if you're doing me wrong. I could probably terrify you. I know I got a little bit of goat in me, and I can climb a mountain just through sheer willpower. And I'm not afraid. So, most women are afraid and intimidated by men. I like to make men fear and be intimidated by me. I fucking love it. I feed off of it. I scare the hell out of a man. So I know I'm a crone. I can make them run. And that's okay. That's me and that's who I am. And I'm going to love myself like this, right? I'm going to love myself. I have my dignity. I have my self-respect. I don't have to worry about a nasty man looking at nasty pictures or touching nasty women or having nasty thoughts. I don't like a nasty voice. Ooh, yeah. Janet Jackson, remember? That's right. And that song come out the very year that I got with that man. Yeah, I wish I'd have listened to her. Okay, guys, I've taken your time. I don't know how long I've been out here. Duality. Both and. Duality. Both and what? That's right. Red and blue. Black and white. For as good as my heart is, and as loving as I can be, and sweet, if I turn that other cheek, and we need to command some respect from the men that are in this world. They've been raised through the patriarchy. They're rude, they're inconsiderate, and they have no feelings towards the people they have hurt, nor do they care about how they hurt them. And, again, I'm going back to Kamala Harris. The day of the woman is coming back. The days of the mothers are ahead of us, to where we're going to take the planet back. And we're going to do it right. We're going to take care of everybody, not just those that can work and make the rich richer. We're going to take care of everybody, because everybody deserves, that's born, never asked to be here. We bring them in through our actions. And it's our responsibility to change the world for the future children that are coming in. And we change the world by opening our minds and standing up for ourselves and not allowing the masculines to bully the feminines anymore. It's time we take on our goat personas and say, hey, watch out, because the bully will butt your ass, right? You know, one time I saw a show, and I was watching videos about animals, and there was a goat in a pasture, right? And the farmer opened the gate and brought in a bull and put that bull there. And as soon as that goat and that bull saw each other, they just took off charging like this. And they both had horns. Well, when they hit, they knocked each other out. Like it just stopped them dead in their tracks. They went, and then they both fell over. And I thought, oh my God, they killed each other. No. About 5 seconds to 20 seconds in, the goat jumped up, shook its head, and trotted away. It was amazing. So if a bull is the maiden, or the bull, Taurus, Virgo is the mother, and the goat is the devil. Don't mess with her, because she'll stir your pot, right? Okay, guys. We don't fear things. We're not afraid. A lot of these things were made up by men to cut us down, to make us look small, to make us feel unworthy, when all along the power is in us. We got the power. We carry the womb. We carry creation inside of us. We should be proud of who we are, and we should be very grateful. And I don't think to show off our power, but to stand in it very strong and know that we are creators. We create children, we create homes, we create love, we create life, we create gardens, we are creators. We are the gods of this planet. And our job is to love it back into the natural state. The divine feminine is coming home, and she's taken back her planet Earth. Mother Earth belongs to the divine feminines. And I say, yeah. They've run it long enough. It's time to take our house back. Bring out your brooms, ladies, and let's sweep this place. Yeah? Okay. I know, this was a silly video. I'm kind of like feeling like I got a little froggy, you know? I could feel the pump up. And, you know, but I know I'm right. You know, they've done everything to cut us down, call us devils, call us witches, call us, you know, I mean, they've called us everything, haven't they? Now they're going to find out who we really are, whose image we're made in. We were made in the image of the Creator. We're God. We're gods. We're mothers. We give birth to life. We're the earth incarnate in many different forms and fashions. We're sisters. We're mothers. We're daughters. We're grandmothers. We have cared for this world, this planet, and all things in it. We deserve that place. We deserve our place back. And we deserve our seat, our throne, our crowns. We deserve it. And let's go get it, ladies. And don't let anyone tell you that you're not worth it. Don't let anyone say you're unworthy of being the creator of your own life. No, don't let them tell you that. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Please like, share, subscribe. See you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, that's right. I'm on my laptop.